Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jake. I'm meeting with Brian Jones and our companion Chris today. We're going to be talking about negligence and abuse in Georgia, facility treatment, and just care dynamic. Our research found that you were around 44 years old when you were first in that accident. Could you tell us a little bit about your life before the accident that you were in 2018? Were there any hobbies or activities that you enjoyed?
Oh man, I did so much before my accident. I was a family man, and I like being with my kids. My kids was my everything,
Hmm.
you know. And man, we used to do so much stuff together. They was young. They were my kids was real young then, probably about 5 and 8 around that time when that happened.
Hmm.
And I used to just spend a lot of time with them, quality time with them. Like I say, they was my world. They still are my world. They motivated me to do any and everything because when I was a kid, I didn't have a father figure in my life. And I made a pact with God. I said, Lord, if you ever give me kids, I don't want to do my kids like my dad did me and my little brother.
Hmm.
And I meant that. So when my kids was born, those were my babies. To this day, they still daddy babies.
Hmm.
And they motivate me a lot, man. After the accident, really don't remember a lot about the accident, but once I got together, they would come see me in the hospital, and they would just be like, "We here with you, Dad. You still our dad. This don't mean nothing.
Hmm.
You still our dad." And I love that about my kids. With everything that I've been through, they've been my motivation. I remember when the doctors told me, "Oh, you're never gonna be able to move nothing but your head." Y'all got me messed up. I got a powerful God.
Hmm.
But I stayed in the hospital for 8 months, 8 months and 29 days. And then I was transferred to a nursing home. The first nursing home, it was all right. Like I say, all the nursing homes I've been in, everybody wasn't mean and evil. I did have a lot of people that cared for me and took very good care of me. But it was so many of them that was so negative toward. And I would always wonder why. I don't have a bad attitude or anything like that. I'm respectful. My thing is, don't try to take advantage of me because I'm in this condition. I done had people steal from me and all of that. I go to sleep, there's something on my table, and I wake up, it's gone. I just, it just didn't sit right with me. So I would always ask them about physical therapy. Every nursing home that I went to, what about physical therapy? Or you're not a good candidate to be in physical therapy. And I'll be like, well, who told y'all y'all could decide for me whether I'm able to go to physical therapy or not? That's my decision, not you all's. I didn't get physical therapy until 4.5 years later.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was really messed up. And, I probably, even if I couldn't walk again, I probably would have been in better shape than what I'm in now. Because every nursing home that I went to told me you're not a good candidate for physical therapy. So, you know, I found my own physical therapy outside of the nursing home. And they would get mad at me because I didn't want to deal with them. I didn't trust them in these nursing homes. I don't trust them.
Mm.
I've seen so much negligence and abuse that go on inside of these places. It don't make sense. You seen some of my videos on TikTok where they was feeding me and trying to shove the food all down my throat and all that. For what? What's all that for? You ain't doing nothing but showing everybody on here how ignorant you are. I done had them come tell me your followers is threatening to blow up the building. I say, really? Don't they know if they blow the building up, they're gonna blow me up too?
Yeah.
But I didn't believe that. That was just people being ignorant. But man, I've been through so much that it hurt. Like my old nursing home I went through, I was being abused over there so bad. They wasn't cutting my toenails. They was being belligerent with me. I would go to physical therapy, my feet would be bleeding and all type of stuff. And it got to the point where somebody told me, they was like, call the news. So I called man, I called so many news outlets out here, Fox Atlanta, Five, uh, ABC. I called all type of people, man. And the only people that would take and give me an interview was 11 Alive News with Savannah Levins. When she seen it, she called me and set up the interview like we're doing now. And you know, it took her a while to get the story to be aired because I guess they had to go through all the facts, all the police reports and stuff. Because some of my followers and stuff was calling the police, telling them to come do wellness checks on me up there and everything and everything. Oh, nice in here. What you spray? And no, and it was just man hectic. It was real hectic in them nursing homes, man. We had them, especially at that last nursing home I was at, man. They was horrible. Like I was saying, Savannah Levins was the only one that would listen to me. And it was so much negligence and abuse going on in that place. And everybody would be like, man, how do you know so much when you confined to a bed and only time you get out this room is every Tuesday and Thursday to go to physical therapy? I say, because all the chit chat in the hallways, there's nothing wrong with my hearing. Nothing wrong with it. You know, I hear stuff. Y'all sit, it's like y'all sit outside because the nurse's station was like maybe 10 feet away from my room. I hear everything y'all saying. I remember they used to tell people, don't go in Brian's room. He evil. He gonna cuss you out and do this and do that. And the people would come in there and talk to me. They was like, you're nothing like what everybody is saying you are. I'll be like, yeah, the only people that's saying these evil things about me are the people who's mistreating me because I won't let them mistreat me. So now they make up all these stories about me. Oh, he mean, he this, he that. No, I'm not mean. I love people. I love people. So Savannah aired the video. She aired it on the news, and come to find out, they had so many negligence and abuse cases over at that place. Somebody had got raped. Somebody had got their shoulder pulled out of place. One person got, I think they said, got punched in the eye or something over there.
Hmm.
The police was always up in that nursing home. But soon as they aired it, the next morning they kicked me out of there. The following morning, they kicked me out. Then I came over to this place where I'm at now, and man, it was like the same thing and even worse. And I'd be like, man, why everybody think I'm so evil? What's going on? Why don't y'all want to do y'all jobs? That's the whole point. People don't want to do their job. Most people only here for a paycheck anyway. They don't have no compassion for people. You really have to have compassion to be in a job like this, to be able to take care of somebody. Like some when I first got here, they were so rude and stuff to me. A couple people got fired because of the way they would talk to me. I didn't have them come tell me, "Oh, you ain't nothing but just another cripple in a nursing home." Really? Did you really just say that to me? And the only reason those couple people got fired is because they were saying it so loud to where everybody was hearing it. It's sad. Like this nursing home I'm in now, it's a very old building, and the owners of the place they don't want to put no money into the building, and the wiring and stuff in here is real bad. So one day, I was smelling smoking. Like, well, something smell like it's burning. So my advocate was here with me that day, and she was like, "Yeah, I smelled it too." I was like, "Look back there and check that socket behind my bed." She was like, "Okay." She was like, "Oh, Brian, this socket is burnt. We got the administrator and stuff up here." He was like, "No, that's okay. It's all right." No, it's not all right. We had to call the fire chief. I had to literally email the fire chief pictures of the socket before they sent somebody out here to make him fix the sockets and stuff in the room. I said, man, this don't make no sense. Nursing homes is supposed to be, if you are, three people at the most. And they got four people in the rooms up here. It's supposed to be a bathroom in each room, not up in here. All they got it's the upstairs and downstairs. They got two bathrooms upstairs and two bathrooms downstairs, and they not even handicap accessible. So I'm be trying to figure out, man, look, how is this place a nursing home? You call the state, you call the ombudsman and all of that, and nothing ever happened. Yeah, they come out here and look at it. Me personally, I think these ombudsmen and these state people that be coming out here checking up on these facilities, I really believe that the owners of them are paying them off because some of this stuff, like here, it's so many violations on this place. I don't know how this place is still open, but yet they still open. We was out of internet for 12 days about a month ago. And they kept telling us, "Oh, we trying to fix it." How y'all trying to fix it? It don't take nobody 12 days to put in nobody's internet service. I don't care if you changing the whole system out. It ain't gonna take you 12 days. Sad, man. This place, they do what they want to do when they want to do it. And it's a lot of favoritism that go on in these nursing homes and stuff, man. It, it's so sad. Now, y'all telling them people, the employees, the census is down, so y'all don't need them. Y'all cutting people's hours. How do you cut the people hours? The patients are the ones that's gonna be hurt by you cutting people out. And it's ridiculous. It's truly ridiculous. And the world needs to know about what's going on inside of these nursing homes. The government is kicking these nursing homes back millions and millions and millions of dollars a year. Why y'all not paying y'all employees? Y'all want to get them crumbs, and they in here doing all the work. If you would pay the people right, you could get the right type of people in here who cared about people. But long as you're not paying people the right way, ain't nobody gonna want to come work in your facilities. Especially when you train them and they see the BS that's going on in there. I wouldn't want to lose my license neither. I'd quit too. Oh no, I'm not going to lose my license dealing with this mess. But nowadays, man, healthcare just isn't like it was. I mean, how can it be such shortage of nurses and CNAs? I don't understand. Just 4 years ago, it was flourishing with nurses and CNAs and doctors and all of this. What happened in 4 years? I understand we had the pandemic and all that, but where did everybody go? They down here in Georgia, man, they closing down hospitals. I've never seen that in my life where hospitals getting closed down. So many of them at one time. They got a hospital down here. It's the only trauma one center hospital probably within 100 miles. So if somebody way out in the suburbs get hurt, they got to drive them way down to a downtown Atlanta to get some help. And then you wonder why everybody dying. Look how far they got to come to get some treatment. And these nursing homes, man, they all about money, 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 money. It's a cash cow. That's all the nursing home is a cash cow. And it's a shame. I'm so glad I'm getting ready to get up out of here. I probably got about another, hopefully, less than 2 weeks.
Wow.
I'm just waiting on home health care to get set up and they deliver my medical equipment. Once that happens, I'll be out of here.
Awesome. So I bet you're excited for that.
Oh yeah, yes, sir. But I'm still advocate for people in the nursing home. I'm never gonna stop that. My thing is, if you can keep your people at home with you, use their money to take care of them because that's all they doing anyway. Is taking their money and putting it into the nursing home. So why can't you take their money and get home health care and pay for their home health care with their own money? Because that's all they doing in the nursing home. Some of these people up here get $2,000 and $3,000 a month, but you finna tell me you gonna only give them $70? Some places get $35. Some places get $50, and the most they get is $70 a month. What? What? Where they do that at? Only in nursing homes. Keep your people at home.
Hmm.
Hire somebody to come to the house and help your people, even though you got to go to work. Home health care, that's what it's for. They got people that'll come to your houses and take care of you. That's just like what I'm gonna have. People coming to the house to take care of me, and plus an outside source of support from my friends and some of my family. But the main thing is you got to keep your faith. You have to keep your faith because without no faith, you're nothing. I pray, I pray, and I pray constantly every day. And I'm able to move my arm. I'm able to lift my legs and stuff up off the bed. It still got a problem with my knees bending. But if I sit on the edge of the bed or the mat like I do in physical therapy, my legs will bend. Gravity will make my legs bend. And it's so crazy, man, that they got all these places out here that don't take insurance to help people.
Mm.
Like it's this place called Nero 360. I found them on Instagram. So I called over there because I like what I seen with them working with people. And I'm like, yeah, I got Medicaid insurance. Do you all take Medicaid? No, we don't take no insurance. This is a private thing and we don't take insurance. Where everybody ain't got money, you know? And there's a lot of these places out here like that. Just because you don't got no money, they don't want to help. And that there to me is the most ridiculous thing I've heard of. Because I'm quite sure the government will help you. You let them know what type of business you're running. The government is sending you money for that. They paying people. The government pays people to help people. All you got to do is know how to get the grants. But people greedy. People are very greedy, and I'm starting to learn that. But I've been knowing it. It's just it's finally right here in my face, especially with these nursing homes. Y'all ain't nothing but a cash cow. Especially that Pruitt Health, Pruitt Health nursing homes. Oh my God, this man probably own about a hundred or more between Georgia, South Carolina, and Florida. And I've only been in one, but I've been in three different nursing homes in 6.5 years. And a lot of people come from Pruitt, and they'll tell you, Pruitt don't care about his employee. Like I'm literally trying to get me a lawyer. But every lawyer that I call, they always talking about since you don't have no bed sore, there's no negligence. I say, man, I've been physically neglected, mentally neglected, physically mentally abused. It's more than one way of being negligent to a patient. Thank God I don't have no bed sore on me. That's because I'm so adamant in the way y'all take care of me. I wear a condom catheter just so I don't have to sit in urine for long periods of time because that's how you get skin breakdown is sitting in urine and feces for long periods of time. And I swear I've had my share of sitting in urine and feces for long periods of time. You know, I didn't work. They used to come to work drunk at nighttime, 11 to 7 shifts. Oh man, they be drunk. They be high. Like over here, I had went and got my teeth pulled out. And one of the nurses was taking my Tylenol threes to the point where the DON came to me like, "Do you take your Tylenol threes 3 times a day?" I said, "No. I probably only took 4 of them out of a 60-day supply." She said, "You're down to like 15 pills." I say, "How? I know I ain't been taking them." And sure enough, they caught the nurse taking them. And then they fire you from here. You can go right back to another nursing home and do it all over again.
Mm-hmm.
And that's crazy. Everybody like the CNAs and them say, this ain't everybody goes in a big circle. They go from one nursing home to the next nursing home, to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, and so on. No, and they just steady. They steady bring people in, knowing they don't have a room for them, and that's where the overcrowding come in. At. It's sad, man.
It's
Like I said, you got to keep praying.
Hmm.
That's the key. You got to keep praying and never give up. You can't be no weak-minded person. I done had the nurses try to slip me extra medication. That's why I count every one of my pills before I get. Let me see. Okay, I know exactly what my pills look like, what color they are, and everything. So you can't try to slip me nothing extra in my regimen.
Wow.
Yeah, but I thank y'all for hooking up with me so I could tell my story.
Absolutely, man. You've shared so much with us. Like I I've got so many notes already. Really appreciate how open you are, and your perspective is just very. I mean, I had the opportunity to hear most of, or at least experience and witness most of what you just described through watching almost all of your TikToks. But you're very well spoken, and like that's of an incredibly detailed summary of some of the experiences that you've had.
It's
Um,
deep, man.
what's going through your mind when you are, it might be late at night or even just during the day, and a caregiver comes in, and they're either really drunk or really high from medication or whatever. I've seen a video of that already on your TikTok.
I just look at them, man. It ain't nothing I can do.
Hmm.
I'm confined to a bed. All I just pray is that they don't hurt me. That one, I know exactly which one you talking about.
Yeah.
She came and crawled in the bed with me that night. She was that drunk. Called in the bed and went to sleep. Hey, lady, get on up. So she was drunk. Crawled in the bed. Well, I said, you don't see that bed over there you could have crawled in, or you got to come get in the bed with me? This ain't gonna make it. But I reported it. They didn't believe it, so I had to literally record it and show them. I ain't got no reason to lie on these people. Now you ain't supposed to be recording. I say, you're right. I know I'm not supposed to record them, but if I don't record them, you're not going to believe what I'm telling you. It'd be their word against mine.
Mm.
So guess what? Now it's my word, this video against them. What can you say? I'm not lying because you watching it yourself. That's when the administrators came in there and told all the CNAs, oh, if he's on TikTok, don't even go in the room. Wait till he get off TikTok and then y'all go in the room and service him. I say for what? Why y'all don't want to come in the room? Because y'all don't want to let everybody see how y'all treat me?
Mm.
Oh, it's not that. We don't want to be recorded. I could turn the screen down and still be recorded, but y'all don't want nobody to hear how y'all be talking to people, especially to me. So that's when I got smart. I started making the voice memo. Now y'all don't it's screen black, but y'all still in here running your mouths, talking crazy. I just sit and just let it record.
Mm.
Now, what can you say when I let the administrators and them hear this? Now you didn't get caught because you think I'm not recording because you don't see nothing. Like with this nursing home, I used to tell the administrator, I say, hey, bro, you always talking about accountability of your employees. You want to have some kind of accountability. I say, put some cameras up. Put a camera at the end of the hall down here, and a camera at the end of the hall. The end of the hall down there. Oh no, we can't put cameras up in here. We can't. Yes, you can. You can have cameras in here. You just don't want no cameras in here because no cameras, no proof or nothing. I say from 11 o'clock at night to 7 in the morning. Man, these CNAs come in here at nighttime and go to sleep. Go straight to sleep. And then get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and do rounds. I say, wow. That's why,
Unacceptable.
yeah, very unacceptable. I don't even sleep in here really. I doze on and off. I doze on and off. Most of the time that I do my sleeping is during the daytime when there's more employees here. Anything can happen in this place at nighttime, and they'll never know because they hiding and sleeping somewhere. They supposed to do rounds every 2 hours. That does not happen in this place. It's really messed up, man.
Other than, yeah, I mean, getting you kicked out of Pruitt the next day, how did sharing your story with 11 Alive News change things for you? And do you have any advice for others that wish to take their experiences, whether it's just malpractice, negligence, or abuse, to local news outlets and online media organizations?
And get out there and tell your story. We are in that time of era where people are listening.
Hmm.
People are listening. There are people out here that truly care, but you would never know it if you don't open your mouth. Like what made me get on TikTok is one of my friends. He was like, bro, you need, they got this new platform thing called TikTok. So you need to get on there and tell your story. And I did. And I would just get on and go every day. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't. I didn't know what I was doing from right from wrong. Next thing I knew, I had over 12,000 followers. So quick. People love to hear stories and they will help. I had people sending me care packages up to Pruitt, sending me care packages here. When I got here, they already knew who I was. That's Mr. TikTok. I was like, man, look, I'm not trying to be famous or none of that. I'm just telling my story.
Hmm.
Then people would say, man, you could get paid for that. I'm not trying to get paid. I'm just trying to spread the word. I'm not in this to make no money.
Hmm.
Even though now, if I go on now, people to send me gifts and stuff. Now I know how it works. But that's not for me to be trying to get rich off of this stuff, man. My whole thing is I want to tell the world what's going on inside of these nursing homes. Tell them people, don't put your people in the nursing home because 9 times out of 10, they're going to be abused and neglected. Like here. Man, if you see this little bitty room that they got for a physical therapy room, I said, man, what? Y'all don't even have the equipment that I need. So no, y'all can't give me physical therapy here. I'll find my own physical therapy. You would have thought they would have been like, well, let us help you try to find an outside physical therapy. No, they didn't do that. I had to find my own physical therapist people out here. Excuse It's sad. Even with me getting ready to get up out of here, I did 95% of the work myself, looking up, trying to find houses, looking at different agencies to try to help. But I got a social worker that work right in the building.
How effective is that social worker at helping you and other patients find those kind of resources?
They're not helpful at all. See, they're not trying to lose the money.
Mm.
They're not trying to let you get out of here. They don't want you to leave here. You leave, they lose money. I mean, they got people in here, man, that shouldn't even be in here. They need to be in mental home. Y'all don't have the proper staff to work with these people. You got people in here crawling all on the floor. You got perverts running around all up in here. It's sad. Like my kids, I told them don't bring my kids here, because I don't want nothing. Somebody grab one of my kids or something in here and when they get hurt or something, I don't know what I'd be able to do. But when I get out of here, oh, it's gonna be a beautiful feeling just to be able to hug my kids, just to touch them again. They've been up here a couple times. Their mom bring them up here a few times, but I really don't like when they come up here. I love it when they come up here to see them, but I don't like it. But any way that I can help somebody, man, if my story can help one person, I'm satisfied.
Are there any messages that you would like to convey about the importance of family and taking care of loved ones from inside of a nursing home?
Yes, if you do have to put your people in a nursing home, don't just dump them in a nursing home and leave them there. Go check on your people because once the people in the nursing home see that they don't have, or he ain't got no family or nothing to come look after him, to see it, to check up on him, they'll do you anyway. They'll
Hmm.
do you any type of way. So my biggest recommendation is don't even put your people here. Keep them home with you. Use their money to to get them help. 'Cause that's all you doing when you putting them in a nursing home is using their money to get them some help. And it ain't the kind of help you want it to be. Don't put your people in these places, man. Don't do it. Keep your people at home with you for as long as you can.
Mm.
As long as you can. There are agencies and things out here that will help you at home. The government will pay people to take care of you. I mean, it ain't gonna be no five, $6,000 a month, but maybe 3,500, 4,000 to help. Hey, keep them at home. I know they got grandkids that want them around. Yeah, man, keep your family together as long as you can, because once that person is gone, ain't no coming back. Ain't no talking about I should have did this, I should have did that. No, you should have done it.
Mm.
Now they gone. Now you thinking all these things that you could have, should have done. It's too late. These people so phony. Then they sit here and act like they care. They don't care. One lady said, I ain't worked a weekend in 3 years. What? Did you really just say you ain't worked a weekend in 3 years? So y'all just never came on the weekend. Is that what you're saying?
When you were in Pruitt, you talked about how there in the 11 to 7 shift there was only one CNA and sometimes one med tech that would work that entire evening shift.
Oh yeah, it's like that here too. Huh.
Yeah.
They cutting out all the LPN and getting med tech. But my thing is, med techs can't pass out narcotics. So what's the point of having them? You need a registered nurse and an LPN. Both of y'all can pass out narcotics. So now by you getting these med techs, you cutting out the LPN job and you making the nurse's job harder. Because I'm quite sure everybody up in here is on narcotics. So that means she got to do the whole floor. She got to go pass out the narcotic. Then you can pass out the rest of the medication. That just don't make no sense to me. But that's their way of saving money because you're gonna pay a med tech half of what you're paying an LPN or a nurse.
On the topic of saving money, you've mentioned several times before facilities running out of condom catheters, running out of diapers, all
They
sorts of supplies. What does
and
that
they run out of
do to the environment? What does that do to you as a patient and other patients as well?
it's degrading because now you got to sit in urine, feces for long periods of time until somebody clean you up. Can you imagine you got two CNAs and 40 to 50 people on one floor,
No, sir.
on one hall? They can only do so much in 8 hours, but yet you want to save money. You're making so much money because every person in the nursing home you charging differently. Everybody in here not paying the same price. You got some people in here with private rooms, private insurance, 10, $15,000 a month. If you got five of them, they go 50,000 just in a month, just off five patients. But you got a building that can hold 100 people. You know how much money you ranking in a month, plus what the government kicking back to you, and you mean to tell me you ain't got enough money to keep enough supplies in these places? Like right now, this place that I'm in, the washing machines keep breaking down. So you rather spend 1,000 to $1,500 for these people to keep coming out here every week to put a band-aid on something that need when you could take that money and go buy two new machines, but you rather keep fixing a band-aid.
Hmm. You mentioned private care, and that's something that we were quite curious about. How does the difference between being in a solo room versus having a roommate change the dynamics,
Oh,
just in the care that you receive, but in the social dynamics, being a content creator, how does that change when you have a roommate in your room?
I mean, it don't bother me, but when you got three different roommates, that there is nerve-wracking. You know,
Hmm.
everybody in there not gonna get along. Like I get along with my roommates. I'll get along with anybody. And I got one roommate. I take. I look after him, make sure they do him right. Because if I don't, they wouldn't take care of him the right way. So we speak up for each other in here. in our room. Now, what goes on in everybody else's room, I don't know. But yeah, I didn't have these people tell me, you need to shut up and mind your business. He is my business as long as he in this room with us. He is our business.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And you got some, they be arguing with each other. Turn your TV down, turn this down, turn the light off, cut this off, do this. I ain't got time for that, y'all. Look, we all in here. You got a TV, I got a TV, he got a TV. We keep them down to a minimum volume so we can all hear our own. Like my TV, I got a TV. They didn't even put my TV up on the wall because they said they ain't had no place to do it. I said, it's a wall right there in front of me. Oh no, you can't do that in case we got to close the curtain. So y'all been tell me y'all finna try to close 4 people up in this room in curtains, like we live in an asylum or something. Oh
Yeah.
no, not me. I like to look out the window. I like to get some sunlight and stuff brought into the room. You're not gonna have us living in here like we animals or something, man. All because y'all trying to get top dollar. Prejudice. There's so many different prejudices up in here. It don't make no sense. These people don't like these people. These people don't like these people. Those people don't like these people. Well, how y'all gonna have something nice if don't nobody get along? All the employees do. They talk about each other behind each other's backs and all of this. I just sit here, I laugh at them, man. I just be like, y'all just silly. Y'all supposed to be grown folks. Y'all worse than these kids out here. Y'all bring more drama to this place than anything. That's why I stay in my room, man. I got an iPad. I watch my movies and stuff on my iPad, and I got a cell phone. I'm cool. My roommate, he got his radio, his TV. He got his TV. Hey, I'm cool. Y'all do y'all. I'm gonna do me. But we all got a mutual respect for each other. That's all that matters to me.
Mm.
We have mutual respect.
You've touched quite a bit on how TikTok has served as a platform for you to be able to share your story and connect with other people, establish a bit of a community around you to help support you and keep you some social company. Um, I've also heard you mention there were times that TikTok themselves actually restricted your account. I've heard you talk about having some issues with data in the past, and I've
Yeah,
also heard you talk about the facility themselves blocking a number of apps, including like your entertainment apps, whether it's like Netflix or Hulu or
yeah.
Tubi.
By cutting me off from using a Wi-Fi.
Hmm.
You know, the Wi-Fi in these places is supposed to be for us. We pay for it. Why are y'all cutting us off the app? That's you know why? Because they know we on TikTok talking about these places.
Hmm.
And if they cut us off from using a Wi-Fi, they think that's gonna be a way of shutting us down. But you know, everybody's not as fortunate that I was to have a phone and a laptop. So I just used to use my when that happened, I would use my phone as a hotspot. And that's the way I used to be able to come back on. But then they got to the point where I was running all my data off my phone and my hotspot in a week's time. Now I gotta wait 2, 3 more weeks before I get some more data and hotspot. You know,
When you're out of data or when your TikTok account is blocked by TikTok themselves or the app is blocked by the facility, how does that restriction affect your mental health?
It didn't bother me because, like I say, my roommate got a TV. I just watch TV with him
Mm.
until everything. Oh, they got somebody here on the weekend for physical therapy. Huh? They got a new patient in last night, and they told him the physical therapist and them wasn't going to be here to Monday to do his assessment. That was one of the physical therapists right there that came in. Like this place, they got a new administrator. She trying to do something here, but I really don't see that big of any changes. Like I said, the washing machines are still. She been here 3 months. Every other week, the washing machines is down. So that means you clearly ain't doing your job. You know, I asked to talk to you. I've emailed you. I've left you voice message, and it's like you keep running away from me. You don't want to talk to me. Why? Because you didn't heard what somebody else done told you about me. Come find out for yourself. Come talk to me. You'll find that I got a lot of intelligence and abundance about myself. All you gotta do is come talk to me. I'm trying to help y'all out. I'm getting ready to leave. Y'all ain't gonna have to worry about me no more. But I'm still gonna navigate for nursing home and the people in, especially the people that can't speak up for themselves up in here. Those are the people that's getting the worst treatment. Now, we got 40, 50 people up here on this floor up here. You got one nurse from 7 in the morning to 11 at night. You got one nurse. Where they do that at? You got one nurse upstairs, one nurse downstairs. Come on, man. That's ridiculous.
And that's one nurse and one med tech, right? At
No, no,
least.
no. Ain't no med techs here today. It's just one nurse on each floor. Ain't no med techs. That's crazy, ain't it? So this one nurse, she doing everything. She got to do everything.
What was the atmosphere like at Pruitt Health when the administrator was not around? You said, and like you were saying earlier, it turns into a completely different place at nighttime.
Oh yeah, completely different. Like you barely see them people. That's why I went and got me a whistle. I went and got a whistle because they call lights don't work. How you in a facility and your call lights don't work? How you supposed to know when somebody needs you? That's crazy. But yeah, it's been a doozy. It's been a ride. Like I say, I'm gonna keep on it, advocating for people. Just because I'm getting out, that's not gonna stop me from continuing to try to help you. I guess this is my calling from the Lord, is to help people in nursing homes.
Wow. I've heard you mention it before in your videos, and I've heard other people talk about you doing this. What are your plans for starting a podcast? Is that still on the table? And what topics do you hope to cover? What goals do you hope to accomplish through your
Oh
podcast?
yeah, I'm still gonna start me a podcast. It's gonna be called Negligence and Abuse in Nursing Home. That's gonna be the name of it. Nursing Home Negligence and Abuse.
Straight to the
And
point.
it's straight to the point. I'm not gonna be beating around nobody's bush or nothing. I'm gonna go from my experiences in a nursing home and to what I experienced and what I've seen happening in nursing homes. Oh, that's what we're gonna talk about. You know, one of my videos made it to the Congress down here in Georgia, and one of my followers' daughters took it into the Capitol in Georgia
Wow.
and let the congressmen and them see that. Now, nothing really happened about it, but it got there. You know what I'm saying? A video that I made it to Congress.
Incredible.
That's all that mattered to me.
Mm.
So now y'all can't never say y'all didn't see that because I was in the room with y'all when y'all was watching. Because the young lady live streamed.
Hmm.
They didn't know it, but I was watching them watch my video and how they were talking about it.
Which video was it, if you remember, or if you don't mind sharing?
Um, I believe it was the video. I was at Fluid Health when that happened. I think I was talking about when I was sitting in feces and urine for a long period of time. For a whole shift. If I'm not mistaken, it was that video.
Wow.
Yeah, it was one of my followers. They took the video in the, I'm not gonna say her name. It made it. I know it made it. And the crazy part about it is you never heard nothing else about it.
Hmm.
I never heard nothing from any other congressman or nothing. But now, it's so many people talking about this stuff now that they don't have a choice but to listen and change for reform and change of how these owners of these nursing homes distribute some of the money that they that they're allocating these people.
Brian, I wouldn't
Yeah.
doubt that. Have you heard of the program called PACE? Programs for All-Inclusive Care for the Elderly?
No, I haven't heard of that.
So they're an organization that helps seniors that they had previously been restricted to seniors above the age of 55, but they just processed something called the Duals Act, and that's getting proposed for legislation right now across the entire United States, and that's going to lower the age from 55 down. uh, um, there's not like a set age, but I think you're able to apply if you're on dual part Medicare and Medicaid. They let you. It's a program that is supposed to help seniors live independently for as long as they possibly can. They arrange a whole team of individuals that help you arrange your care. They help you with your medications and getting those delivered to you. They help arrange rides for you. It's like an A to Z program. Um, and Georgia just passed a bill. I think it's House Bill 1078, and that happened in April of this year. And that bill approves PACE. PACE wasn't covered in Georgia until April of this year. So I wouldn't doubt that your advocacy, them playing your video, made them realize, at least some of those people realized that a lot more needed to be done in terms of the advocacy for independent living, helping keep people at home for as long as they can.
Yeah, because that's what these nursing homes are supposed to do. Like some of these people come in here for rehab. How you here 2 and 3 years for rehab? As long as you here, they getting your money.
Mm.
Go home. I can catch a catch a ride there and do physical therapy. I ain't got to live in here to do physical therapy. People got to sign their houses over and bank accounts and all this over so they can stay here just so that y'all can have control of their money. That's crazy.
I saw a lot of comments on many of your videos from a wide variety of an audience. People who were in full support of you, but I also saw a fair amount of what you could consider just, I mean, on the extreme, cyberbullies or trolls or just
They didn't bother me.
yeah, unruly commenters that were making accusations or just trying to call you out for not transitioning to another facility. And I was wondering if you had any advice for other people that don't have as thick of skin as you do in terms of handling those people, or just learning to tolerate them or
I, I had I had a couple people call me about that. Well, get in contact with me on TikTok about that. About how do you deal with that? So you
hmm,
just gotta stand up for yourself. You got to, because if you don't, they ain't gonna do nothing but take advantage of it. If you want them to stop taking advantage of you, stand up and speak up for yourself. You got a voice, just like I got a voice. You got a voice. Somebody had to tell me to stand up. In the beginning, I was getting abused so much. I was just like, man, I was depressed all the time. And I was like, man, no, I wasn't like this. I ain't never let nobody run over me like this before. And I ain't about to start.
hmm,
Once you start talking about this stuff, man, your confidence level builds. The more people you talk to, the more your confidence builds. Yeah, you're gonna have some people out here that's gonna try to cyberbully you. Did you hear the word cyber? They not nowhere near you.
yeah,
Don't worry about them people.
Good way of looking at it.
seriously.
Perfect way of looking at it.
You know what I'm saying? You never know if these people are 1,000 miles or not away from you. So you gonna let them control your life? Are you crazy? Not me. Oh no, man. But so many people have thanked me for waking them up to tell them, man, stand up for yourself. You got to, man. Pray, 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 and continue to pray. I look at my thing, man. It took 6.5 years for me to be able to get ready to be getting out of the system of the nursing homes. It ain't gonna happen overnight. But if you got the faith of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. And look what happened. It's been many a days I've sat in these places crying to myself. Don't let nobody see you cry. Yeah, go on and get it out. Get it on out. But now you can stand up and stand tall and do what you got to do. Music is another thing that helped me. I love music. When I don't want to hear something, I just cut on some music and tune everything out. You know what I'm saying? I get up in the morning and I read a couple Bible verses every day, two, three times a day. Get your mind off the negativity. Think positive. Thinking positive. The more positive you think, you're getting rid of all the negativity. So think positive. That's all I Man, that's all I do is think positive now.
Are there any personal strengths that you've discovered about yourself that you didn't know you had before the accident? And just in this general being in the nursing home?
I've always been a strong-minded person. Always. I I didn't let little stuff keep me down. Okay, it knocked me down. I got to get up. I ain't never been the one you knock me down. I'm down. No, I fall. I got to get back up. That's just always been me. Right? Like I said earlier, I didn't have a daddy. All I had was a mama and a grandmama and a little brother. That's all we had. We ain't had time to sit around and wait for nobody to pick us up. Closed mouth don't get fed. Simple. You got to stand up and be accounted for. Because if you don't get accounted for, they're gonna run right over you. And ain't nobody running over me. And then you gotta have something to motivate you. My kids is what motivated me. My nephew is what motivated me. Me and my nephew got paralyzed a day after each other.
Wow.
My accident happened January 1st, 2018. He got shot in the back January 2nd, 2018. But by him having more medical insurance than I did at the time, he was able to start physical therapy and all of that straight, straight from the surgery after he got shot in the back to straight to physical therapy. Now, if I could have had that type of physical therapy until except until 4.5 years later, I'd be in a better position that I'm in. And I used to see him rock climbing, swimming, and that motivated me. I
Hmm.
say, we both paralyzed. Look all he doing. I can do that too. And just put in my mind, I can do that. And me and him, we keep in touch. We keep in touch. We motivate each other. And then I got another guy. His name is Mere Miracle. He got shot 6 times out in Baltimore. And he's a big part of my motivation too. Because they told him, like they told me and my nephew, that we would never walk or just be stuck in the bed. No, we not built like that. We just not gonna just sit here and move our necks. We got to move around. I go to therapy every Wednesday and Thursday now, and I gets it in. I be posting my videos, doing pearls and all of this, building up my strength. I can't just sit down and let you take advantage of me. No, that I cannot do. And if you around me, I'm not gonna let nobody else take advantage of you, long as I'm around you.
Are there any stigmas that you wish to mitigate surrounding physical therapy? Is there any expectations that were kind of shattered as soon as you got to start regularly going to physical therapy? Are there any major life lessons that you've learned from physical therapy?
Not giving up.
Hmm.
I noticed even when I first started going to physical therapy after those 4.5 years, when I got to physical therapy, my therapist and then was like, "You are really determined." Yeah, I am. She said, "I've never seen nobody as determined as you in your condition that's never had physical therapy a day before you got here. They seen that in me from the first day I went to physical therapy. Come on, I don't care How much pain I'm gonna be in? I already got in my mind that I'm gonna go through some pain. Let's get to it. And the key to that is no matter what you go through, no pain, no gain. Never give up. I don't care what you're going through. Never give up. Put that in your head. Instill that in your head. I'm never giving up. And I ain't gonna never give up. You just can't be no weak minded person. This is not for the weak minded. Like I say, man, the main part of it is, man, praying. You got to stay praying, man. You got to believe in something. You got to believe. Speak it into existence. Speak it. I can do this. I'm going to do this. God got me. Let that motivate you to keep on going and keep on going. You're going to fall, but get back up. Keep on getting back. You're going to fall plenty of times. Get back up. Do it again. Keep trying. You're going to make it eventually.
Do you mind sharing the role of alternative pain management methods, such as an instance where you smoked a blunt or herbal medicine's effect on your pain levels and overall health management?
Oh, man, I would love to talk about that. Me, I've smoked marijuana basically damn near all my life. I used to suffer from severe migraine headache, and my mom would give me ibuprofen 800. It didn't help. I go smoke a joint or a blunt and go lay down somewhere cool. In about 45 minutes to an hour, my headache gone. And stopped taking pills. I never took another pill until I got into this accident. I take 30 pills a day. My buddy came up to the nursing home at Pruitt one day. He got me out of bed. We rolled outside. He pushed me outside of my chair. I hit that blunt. I didn't take medication for about 2 weeks. I didn't have no mu- I didn't have no muscle spasms. I wasn't going through no pain. My anxiety. I didn't have no anxiety or nothing. Felt no pain. Well, I ain't gonna say 2 weeks. I say about a week. I'd say about a week, and I had no pain. When I get out of here, I'm going back to it. I'm done taking these pills. They got me on morphine. It ain't doing nothing. I'm still having muscle spasms and stuff. Painful muscle spasms. I got a buddy, she just sent me some gummies. I take a gummy and won't feel nothing. THC gummy. Georgia need to pass a bill and let it be legal here because it helps with the pain. It helps with my spasm. It helps with my anxiety. It relaxes you. I ain't never heard of nobody having an overdose on weed. But yet they got a dispensary here. But you won't sell it to nobody in Georgia. But you will sell it to other growers outside the state. That is so stupid to me. But yet, if you get caught, well, they didn't downsized it now to where if you get caught with an ounce of weed, they can't take you to jail no more. They got to write you a ticket, $75 ticket. You'll be writing me tickets for all year. You could write me a ticket every week. I don't care, man. I rather I rather be caught with it than without. Simple because it didn't get to the point, man, where they see how it is helping people. I got a buddy that got cancer. The man smoke his weed, the pain go away. It make him eat. It give you the munchies. Most cancer patients can't eat. Smoke
No,
them some weed, they go to eating. Take away that pain, and they go to eating. Why y'all want to lock people up for something that grow in the ground that helps people?
You had mentioned, I can't remember if this was at Pruitt or the facility before, but the facility staff saying that they had caught you on camera outside the facility smoking a blunt.
Oh, that was at Pruitt Health.
Yeah.
But see, where the camera was, I was still sitting on public property. I was at a bus stop right in front of Pruitt Health. I was at the bus stop. I'm on the bus. I'm sitting on the bus stop bench. I'm parking my wheelchair and everything is inside there. My brother and them sitting in there. Yeah, the camera right there. So technically, I'm not on Pruitt Health property. I'm on Gwinnett County Transit property because I'm in their bus stop. Their bus stop is not in Pruitt Health parking lot. It's outside their parking lot. That was just some they had been wanting to get rid of me out of Pruitt Health anyway because I was on making TikTok videos about them. They've been wanting me up out of there. Pruitt Health went down. When I first got to Pruitt Health, it wasn't really that bad. The administrator was nice. When they was short staffed, the administrator, she there from 9 to 5. If they short staffed, she got out of her work clothes and jumped into some scrubs and started helping the staff that was short.
Wow.
They got rid of her. They said she was spending too much of their money, so they got rid of her. We never ran out of supplies while she was there. Everything ran smoothly when that lady was there. When they got rid of her and got them other two ladies, everything went to shit.
they don't value the real hard working people that truly do care. It seems that majority of nursing homes and just care facilities, um,
They don't.
and it's a shame, terrible shame.
All these owners see is the money that's coming in.
Yep, completely.
That's a lot of money. I guarantee you they're making over 120, 130,000 a month.
Oh yeah.
Probably more than that.
I know you mentioned earlier about people that were getting caught being abusive, just hopping over around and one
Yeah.
place to another. My mom's she's been a caretaker for 37 years. And yeah, just stories left and right about that stuff. Everything you've talked about, she has multiple stories about. And it's just like even up here, all the way up at the top of the US, Michigan, I'm from Detroit, same exact thing. It's terrible. Can't avoid it.
Oh yeah. It's ridiculous. Like when I first got here, I told them I wanted an air mattress. Y'all wasn't finna leave me sitting on one of these little crazy old mattresses that's been soaked in urine for years and years and years. Oh no, y'all give me a air ma- airflow mattress that the mattress constantly pumping air, so that way I don't catch no pressure ulcer, and I won't be on no dirty old mattresses. Half these beds in here broke. I mean, it's so much stuff in here broke. Like right now, it's 78 degrees in my bed in this room, but it's like 72, 73 degrees in the hallway. That's because they haven't cleaned the ducts in the building. You see what I'm saying? All the
Mhm.
ducts that come into these rooms, these ducts ain't clean. That's why you can't feel no air in here. Like I tell people, man, I be telling everybody, man, I'm a jack of a lot of trades. I done did it all. So when I tell you something wrong, believe it. Something is wrong. I'm not gonna be just wasting my breath to talk. How you a duck cleaning place to come in here and clean these ducks out in these rooms? And I guarantee you, your air conditioning bill gonna go down, your energy gonna go down because you're not gonna have to you're not gonna have to put out so much energy to try to cool this place. But no, they just wanna furnish the thermos, the furnace. The furnace is fine. It's all this dirt that's clogged up in these vents and stuff that's not letting nobody breathe. All this dust and stuff flying around up in here. All the gnats and stuff flying around up in here. Yeah, they got gnats and flies all through here.
Oh
You
no.
can only you can only open the window 6 inches. It's crazy, man.
Oh yeah.
Don't make no sense. All they trying to do is fill up the beds in here. That's it.
Are there any mottos, mantras, or life lessons you wish to communicate to the audience?
I got
Besides,
plenty.
be strong-minded, keep
Yeah.
praying, the one.
You gotta have some type of drive about yourself. You gotta want something and want it bad enough for you to get up and go get it. And I tell everybody that, tell my kids that too. I ain't gonna tell you nothing. I ain't gonna tell my kids. Yeah, that's all as far as that window open. It ain't going no further than that. That probably ain't even 6 inches. Just be strong, man. That's all I can tell people, man. Be strong. Stay focused and positive. And no matter what, never give up. It's gonna be good days, it's gonna be bad days. Don't never give up. You're gonna wanna give up, but don't. Somebody getting on your nerve, take a deep breath and reset yourself. Don't worry about them. Reset yourself. Line yourself up to where you gonna make you succeed. My man Marvel keeps saying it. Never give up. Never, 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 never. No matter what you go through, you're gonna fall plenty times. Get back up. Put one foot in front of the other.
Wrote about it once. She said, "Life isn't learning about waiting for the storm to pass. It's learning about how to dance in the rain." And that's
Exactly.
kind of what we try and do.
It's all you can do, man. I know a lot of rich folks and they miserable. Miserable. You got all that money and can't even go outside. Can't go do nothing. I would never want to live like that. And don't get me wrong, I could use some of that money now to get the proper stuff that I need, the proper equipment and stuff that I need. You know what I'm saying? All around care. But still, be courteous of the next person. So what? You got a lot of money. That don't mean nothing. It's what you do with that money. If I had millions and $400-500 million, I'd feel, man, I would my home city, I would build something for the veteran, battered women, the handicapped, and the elderly, and things for the little kids to do because the kids is our future. These little knuckleheads running around nowadays, I don't know what's gonna happen with the future because they dropping dead. Stay away from the BS and just live your life. Live your life. Once I get out of here, I'm going back to living. I'm gonna get my electric wheelchair. I'll be able to leave the house, go roll around my complex or something, If I want to go to the mall, all I got to do is call transportation 3 days in advance and let them know, look, I want y'all to come get me on. I might call y'all Friday and tell y'all, I want y'all to come get me Wednesday and take me to the mall. Drop me off at the mall, come back and get me in 3 hours. And I could ride around the mall all day. That's what I'm about to do, man. Live again. Living in these nursing homes, man, you can't live. Cannot live living in no nursing home. They don't take you nowhere. Take me to the park. Hell, I can walk to the park myself.
Do you have any meal plans or any activities besides going to the mall or the park that you're really looking forward to doing with your kids when you get out?
I'm just looking forward to being with my kids. I don't care what we gonna do. I'm just gonna be. I'm gonna be so happy just to be with them, for them to be around me. They're gonna come over on the weekends and stuff. I'm gonna teach them how to help me. That way they can give a mom a rest. Because I know she's been doing it for the last 6.5 years by herself, and she needs a rest too. Everybody needs a rest. I've been resting and getting my strength, so now I'll be able to carry on. Teach my son how to drive, but he already know how to drive. He been learning that. I taught them my kids how to drive when they was kids. But yeah, just teach them now. Teach them the fundamentals of life from a man's point of view. Same thing with my daughter from a man's point of view. And just to be around family, period, man.
Oh,
I, I haven't been around my family, man, in 6.5 years. My little sister came up here and visited me. I had a couple of my friends come up here and visit me, my close friends. If I need a little extra money, I know I could call on one of my cousins and they'll send me some money if I need any extra money. But living off between 35 and $70 a month, nobody can live off of that. Thank God I don't smoke cigarettes. Could you imagine me getting $35 in a month? Cigarettes $12.
nope.
I just wouldn't be smoking. Not I.
If you were talking to the entire Georgia, we're talking about healthcare industry, employees, administrators, if you could just send a message to all those individuals and personnel right now, what would it be?
They need to work together
Hmm.
instead of working against each other. And what I mean by that, okay, say for instance, you got these unit managers and stuff. Then you got the people that order the supplies. You got the people that schedule their appointments and stuff. All of them are CNAs. When you see that they're short, get on the floor and help them. But since you are in a head position, you feel that you don't have to help nobody. Oh, that's not in my job description. My job description is to schedule appointments. You still a CNA. My job description is to order material. You still a CNA. The administrator. You're a nurse. When it ain't no nurses here, come on out from behind that desk and pass some of these medications out. Don't just do your time in your office and at the end of the day go home. Come around, check around. Y'all need anything? What can I do to make this place better? Talk to your employees. Y'all sit around here having all these business meetings every morning, but I don't see nothing changing.
Wow.
So basically, y'all in there 60 to 90 minutes talking about nothing because ain't nothing changing. Only thing that I have known that's changed around here is the odor. She got them using bleach. Now they use bleach. Any other time, this place would just reek of feces and urine. When I left out my room, I always had on my KN95 mask. I don't go nowhere without it. Why you got that mask on up in here? Because I don't know what nobody in here got. I'm protecting me. But yeah, everybody they got to come together on be on one accord. That's the only way this is going to work. Everybody got to be together on one cord, one accord. If you show it on this, somebody step up. Y'all training people to come up in here, train them the right way. Y'all sitting around here training them y'all ways, y'all old habits. Y'all teaching them y'all old habits. So when they do finally start, they gonna do it what they seen you doing, which is nothing. So all they gonna be doing is getting a paycheck just like you. And these nurses, they know they supposed to be changing coloscopy bags and these catheters and stuff. That's what nurse's job. That's not the CNA job. But the nurse is quick and tell you, no, I'm not doing it. Oh, that's against my religion. It's against your religion. In what religion do it say anything about touching a condom? When you was fornicating, you wasn't thinking about no religion then, was you? Now all of a sudden it's time for you to change the catheter. Oh, that's against my religion. What? We can't do this. We can't do that. That's the nurse's job. That's the CNA's job. Come together. You a nurse. The CNA say she don't know how to do it. Teach her, because you the nurse. You know how to do this already. So teach them. Show them how to do it. So next time you can be like, all right, I showed you how to do it. You go ahead and do it now. I got confidence in you since I showed you that I got confidence and think you can do that. Go ahead. But no, these nurses and stuff, they think they better than people. They don't help these CNAs do nothing. They don't collect trays. They don't do nothing. Pass that medication and go sit down until it's time to pass some more medication. That ain't how a team work. If they see y'all helping, they gonna fall in line and start helping. Now what you got? You starting to get a very well oiled machine
Mm.
that's gonna constantly run. Once you let something get rusted on it, it's gonna start falling apart. But yeah, the most important thing is teamwork, man. You got to be a teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. And I'll be trying to tell them, let me do my job. You don't know this. This ain't your. You're right. But I know one thing. If y'all work together, it'll be much easier on everybody. Yes, indeed.
I think we've ran through about all of our questions today, Brian. Well, first off, is there anything else that you would like to add just in general? Anything else that you would like to share?
Only thing I
Update?
got to share, man, is don't put your people in the nursing home.
Hmm.
Period. You want the best treatment for your people. Keep them at home and have home health care come home, and that way you know ain't nothing happening to your people. They're getting the best treatment because they at home with you. Use their money to take care of them. That's what they worked all their life for. Use their money to take care of them. That's all I got to say.
Man,
And
your
stay focused and
courage.
positive.
We actually have a question from one of our viewers actually, and they're asking, how could we improve nursing homes just beyond what can be done to improve that system just beyond what we've discussed so far, if you can think of anything else to add to that.
Okay, that is a good question. And I got the perfect scenario. Have the owners come do work inside the facility.
Hmm.
Let them see what type of work their employees have to do. That would be great. Before anybody get hired, make them come work up here for 3 days, 72 hours, including the owner. That'll get some perspective going. He'll get these CNAs and these nurses and stuff all the respect that they need, and will pay them what they're worth, because the owner get to see firsthand what's going on. What do his employees have to go through on a daily basis? That'll stop a whole lot of confusion.
Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this interview. And once again, thank you, Brian, for being so honest and so brave. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without the courage and the strength of every one of our guests. If you have a medical journey or a rehabilitation experiences that you'd like to share, we would love the opportunity to speak with you in a similar format to what you just saw. You can contact us at team@streamyourcare.com or join our Discord in the video description. We have several advocates that would love to help you set up a day and a time for a discussion. Please make sure to go follow Brian on TikTok. His channel links are in the video description. If you have friends or family in an assisted living facility or nursing home, make sure that they are properly advocated for and looked after. Send them our website, which contains a suite of resources and free tools to help them advocate for themselves. And once again, please take care of yourselves. We hope to see you next time.